Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. I'm Corey and this is my channel, Get Sharp, where viewers like you are actually helping build this sharpening business. The last 3 or 4 days has been so much fun. The amount of viewers coming in is just skyrocketed, but most importantly, the amount of feedback regarding what to do and how to do it and upgrades to the business. It's just been so much fun. We've got legends like Phil Chapu, who recommended the leveling feet for my Tormek 1x30 modification system. We've had many belt recommendations. We've had technical grinding recommendations, and I'm taking all of it in. I mean, I've got no one here teaching me other than you guys and myself with lots of reading online, so I appreciate all of that. So if you're new here and you see something that could be modded, or have an idea to do something better, shoot it in the comments, because I'm gonna read it, and more than likely, if it's logical, I'm gonna apply it and you'll see it on the next video or two. Just cracked open a Carib. Y'all are probably familiar with this premium lager. First sip, pineapple. It's got pineapple tones. This is the kind of the go-to drink in the Caribbean. Little sweet for my liking, but if it does the job, it does the job, right? So for those of you that are subscribed, have watched my videos, you already know. I think I need to reach out to Shun and see if I can become a certified Shun sharpener, because I seem to get all the Shuns in town. And sure enough, what happened? We got more Shuns. And again, Shun Kai, Super Steel. This is the hard stuff. VG Max. VG Max. Yeah, I think so. Anyways, this particular blade, it's got a nice little chip towards the heel. And other than that, it's just super dull. I mean, this may be the dullest knife. Well, and then it cuts. Of course it cuts. But yeah, trust me when I tell you, this is probably the dullest knife that's ever been in the shop. Little background about this. This was a gift for my customer Steven, and he loves to cook. And I guarantee you, he's been squashing some tomatoes. I don't think he knows I do YouTube, but he's about to find out. I like to, when I can't film every single customer, right? It'd be impossible. But when I get one at the right time and I can film and sharpen at the same time, I like to finish the knife, have the customer show up, give them the knife, and then that night typically I'll edit, or next morning, and say, hey, by the way, I made a video of me sharpening your knife if you want to see. And so far people are loving it, so we're gonna keep on, and that's the spirit of things. And Steven's gonna get himself a sharpening video. So first things first. Oh, game plan. So this blade brought his little brother too. I got a lot of feedback down on that last video where I was restoring that zwilling, that I undercharged. But anyways, a lot of guys show up. Funny thing, it's the problems with the knives is always either the spouse or the kids. Just other sharpeners, I'm sure you hear that all the time. It's almost like a running joke. Anyways, what was I don't even know what I was saying. But at least I've been able to talk this long without tripping over myself too much. Oh yeah, the line between sharpening and blade restoration, where is it? Where is it? how do you determine when, like, oh, this isn't sharpening, I'm doing blade restoration? Like, that's one thing I'm trying to figure out right now. This one's on this particular blade's kind of, that chip's 0.5 millimeter, and it's on the edge of you know, am I restoring this thing or am I sharpening it? If it was twice that size, I think I'd be charging a bit more. But anyways, this particular customer, he'll be, I'm charging him $22. I think that's fair. So let's go ahead and get things set up here. Like I said, you guys are helping me build and grow this business. So I mean, I'm an open book, you know. I'm not scared to share what we're charging people, and go ahead and get things set up here. Just gonna apply our tape. And yes, I had a subscriber recommend Plasti Dip. It's $20 a can. I'm just buying time before I spend the money. When I do buy it, I think I'm gonna dip the big Win one first as a test to make sure it applies a nice even coat, because that's my only concern, is whether or not that stuff's gonna get applied evenly. Because if it's a little too thick on one side over the other, I fear that, like, it would, you know, impact my symmetry with the bevels. Bevel grinding, that is. I mean, I gotta be careful with how much I talk. Let me tell you, editing that video of the knife restoration, dude, I know that was a long one. That was like an hour-long video, but let me tell you, I edited out probably like 20 minutes of just the most random things ever. There's writing on that one. Look. Into pre-position here. Gonna have a general idea of where it needs to be. And for those of you that have never seen this, this is a 1x30 belt grinding machine, and this is a Tormek universal support bar, and I have a Tormek, what's this called, the XV100 horizontal base. This thing's gonna run me like $50, and then off of that, I have the Tormek multi-base. That thing's gonna run you $100, and a couple pieces of plywood, and really spend a lot of time squaring everything up. But as you can see here, there's a lot of play on this Tormek horizontal base. So I'll use squares to get everything lined up perfectly. First impressions of this diamond belt. I'm a little worried by all that dust coming off. Respirator, but I don't have one. I do have my trusty COVID mask, and no joke, this thing's from the COVID days. Man, I friggin' hate wearing masks. I might end up taking everything off this wood platform, sanding it all, and then applying some lacquer so it's a bit more water, so it becomes water resistant. Oh yeah, it's grinding. I think we've made a little progress. feeling no heat. Super chilled the blade before grinding as well. But yeah, how much fun has this show been? I mean, this show really took a turn, you know. Went from me just sharpening to like, oh wow, my audience is kind of building this business. There's, between you all, there's way more knowledge than I have. So I'd be a fool not to lean on your guys' expertise, and it's not too much trouble for you guys to jump in the comments and give advice real quick. So kind of a win-win. We got Fred B, who in the very, very beginning of this show, he gave me so much great tips about the quality of my video. So he helped me perfect the video quality. And then we had our friend in Japan. I don't know his name, unfortunately, but you'll see him in the comment section from time to time with his kanji. He's given lots of great ideas and tips, information. Then we have the legend Tom from, I think it was Ohio or Iowa, I forget which one. He gave us great insight on how to run this beaver system. Bill Chapu, another legend. He's given lots of great tips. And then there's several more of you. I just haven't engaged with you guys as much as I have the others, so I don't know your names yet. But if you want to get the quickest response from me, email is the way. My email is very easy. It's getsharpusa@gmail.com. And then I want to shout out a couple others real quick. CV68, West Creations, he's been super helpful. Mixy1141, super helpful. Redtail 3's been super helpful. Robert Rubio. Who else? And then there's Ein Fachnein, German guy. Yeah, we're on a different level, he and I. Swedish Survivor's been very helpful. Cam Sharp Knives, thank you, sir. Appreciate everything. And Quincy Dread. Oh, SoCal Canyon Racer. That's our plastic dip guy. Steel on Stone. Robert Munguia. So yeah, just like, I mean, I didn't even realize, like, when I first decided to do YouTube, I didn't realize that I would like get value this way. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much for all the great tips and ideas and putting them into action. So you guys have your fingerprints all over this business. Oh, I can't even see the chip on this side. What, you know, this diamond belt actually making pretty quick work of this thing. And for those that have been following the other videos, this is not the diamond belt from my friend. I haven't heard back from them yet. I was hoping to on Friday, but they produce parts for Boeing. I think it's the Boeing 787 Max. So I'm the lowest priority, you know. I'm lucky to be friends with the owner. I know he'll come through with cutting those belts for this setup. And I can't wait to try them out. In fact, that's why I bought this, because I can't wait to try those diamond belts. And I keep soaking that steel in the water. Trying to keep the core of the steel cool. Because through convection, as long as that core is chilled, through convection it should stabilize the temperature at the apex being ground. Starting to feel like there's a little heel groove here. Yeah, I think so. I think we have a little concave here, so we might have to focus on the heel for a little bit. I'm gonna get rid of the chip all the way first. Man, summer's starting to wane out on us. Fred B was telling me in Austria, 55 degrees yesterday. Poor guy. I told him, make sure you're outside as much as you can be. You know, the older you get, I don't know if this is true for everybody, but the older I get, the more precious my summers are. Someone told me one time, no, someone didn't tell me, I heard it online, but the average person gets 74 summers in their lifetime. In case that was too loud, the average human gets 74 summers in their lifetime. When I heard that, I was like, 74, I was like, oh shit, like, that's how many years. That's the average life expectancy. You only get 74 summers. Summers are so precious, you know? I don't dislike winter, but I'm kind of like give me 2 weeks of winter a year and I can deal with that. But living here in Seattle, man, I might go 150 days without seeing the sun. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Anya and I moved up here when we were fresh out of school. I met her and I was like, yeah, she's the one, like, I'm gonna marry this girl. And her parents were up here. Her dad was developing real estate. This was like 2007. So, you know what that means. We ran up here to help him because he had tons of work. And being young kids, you know, getting a couple $100 cash to paint the deck of a house he just built was amazing for us. Plus we could hang out together. We were like inseparable at the time. But then the housing market crashed and I found my way into banking. Tanya found her way into her own business, and all her family's here in Seattle, and we just stayed. But I would be much happier if I could be doing what I'm doing right now, banking during the day, sharpening in the evenings and weekends. You know, the farthest north I would go would probably be like, I don't know, Eureka, California. But I'd be happy in San Diego. That's the cool thing about banking. I can pick up and kind of go wherever. There's always a job. There's banks in every city, right? Oh shit. I forgot to rewrap the handle here. Luckily, it doesn't look that dirty yet. But this is very important to keep these knives in their original. I want them to leave this shop in better condition than they came in. Last thing I want to do is have to do a bunch of handle work. I forgot to wrap it. I have had it happen where I didn't wrap it. Next thing you know, there's a bunch of steel shavings on it. Next thing you know, I'm sanding and cleaning. More work than I need to be doing. A little piece not quite covered. I don't like to use this stuff on the handles because of all the adhesive. But I think that one little piece there should be alright. This stuff sticks to itself. It does have a little bit of an adhesive effect to it, but it's not bad at all. Okay, we're just gonna kind of work this heel a little bit. I can't spend a ton of time on it at a time because of the heat. I think a lot of these knives that come in, maybe not the Shuns and the high-end ones, but a lot of the everyday ones, I guarantee you people are throwing those things in the dishwasher. I'm kind of impressed by this belt. That went pretty quick. As long as this thing survived a long time, I'll be happy. A little bit of a funky shape to it. Like it looks from here to here we look really good, but down here, I'm just gonna keep working that until I like the shape. I'm gonna cool the camera down and I'm gonna go analyze this the shape of the edge here. Well, that's embarrassing. I was just checking to see if one of my recent customers gave me a Google review. She said she would. Haven't gotten it yet. Went to go check the text message and I realized I said, "You guys are awesome. I'll keep my eat out for clients that may need a dog sitter," because that's what she does. And I said eat out instead of eye out. Oh boy. That's a bummer. Paint on the blade here. Got a bit of a concave here and some droop right here. If I take care of the droop, I think the concave won't be a problem. I think these blades with the shape of the handle and all that, it's kind of like a rocker, you know? Shift it over. Could try to touch it up with this. Okay. We're getting close here. I guess the idea behind this belt too is that this diamond's all structured, so it's supposed to help with cooling. We're just gonna have to get that thermal conductivity paint to run some actual tests. All right, we're there. I'm happy. That looks great. Okay, so let's go ahead and knock this down to 16 degrees. But not before we get some pineapple caramel flavored lager. It's not like super pineapple, it's just like a little pineapple. And I might be tripping, might not be pineapple at all. If anybody's ever tried that specific kind of beer, let me know. My favorite foreign beer is chain beer. Because man, it actually kind of tastes a little bit like chain. Let's go drop this down to 32. 35. 31.7. Oh, thank you. I'll eat it in a little bit. Okay, 32.1. I'm happy with that because I was pressing this up, and typically it's got to go down a little bit. That's level. Honey got me a hamburger. Maybe I'll go eat that right now, actually. I'll be right back. If you've ever been to Seattle, Dick's. This is our staple hamburger. I like to put their fries in it. And if you ever come to Seattle, make sure you go to Dick's. Those burgers are kind of small. So at a minimum, I think the Dick's Deluxe burger, it's all right. But it's not like $2.50 better in my opinion. So I go for 2 cheeseburgers. Honey loves French fries. I don't order them. I just grab like 7 French fries from her bag and put them in my burger. Oh, that seems a bit lowered all of a sudden. Just a tad. Okay, that's the sweet spot right there. We're in the zone. Okay. Yeah, I think one more burger would have really hit the spot. But beggars can't be choosers. I didn't even know that was coming my way. All right. I'm really happy with the shape of this thing. It's looking pretty good, huh? Let's go ahead and see if we can get a burr going with the 200 here. It'd be a very small burr. It's always the case with these hard steel knives. In there. pretty close to bird territory if we're not there already. A little more prominent up here than it is down here. Let's do a couple more passes. See what I can see. All right. I think we're one stroke each side and we're good. Maybe that little concave spot down here where that was doesn't feel as prominent. Alright. That's got to do it. Oh yeah. Very nice. Okay. 200 belts done. And I'll clean it before I use it next time. I don't really see a point in using that Trizac on BG Max steel. Sure, cool looking, but from what I understand, these are made out of aluminum oxide. Do super well in a fight with the carbides. But if I'm wrong, you know something I don't know, please share in the comments. Let's pull out a 400 grit silicon carbide belt. I am not a fan of these at all. These things seem to wear out super quickly. Now we're going to bump up to silicon carbide 1000. It's interesting, this silicon carbide belt has an arrow, but these ones do not. I reached out to the company that I bought them from and they said, oh, it doesn't matter with silicon carbide. If that's true, why did the manufacturer go out of their way to put that on there? Maybe that's got something to do with why they feel like they wear out so fast on you. Diamond spray. Spray feels like such a waste. I have to do something different next time. Not a fan of how this belt runs. It seems really lumpy. Reached out to the seller. Same people, no. Was it the same people? Yeah, I got those silicon carbide belts from the same guys that made these. They said this lumpiness is normal, even though on their video, it didn't look that lumpy to me. But whatever. I'm gonna do it's trailing now. What do you guys think about that lumpy ass belt? Is that normal? Or should they give me new belts? Alright, let's see if we're getting anywhere here. Everything's sharp. Oh, jeez. I wasn't quite expecting that. I didn't even think it would cut this yet. Wow. Looks like we have a new new protocol for Shun blades. Alright, this is lower micron, diamond micron than last. Another bumpy belt. I hit it with the 5,000 grit belt while you guys were cooling off. Really a bummer with these silicon carbide belts. I had high hopes for them. Spent like, I don't know, 40 bucks at least on them too. I'll use them, but I won't be buying any more of them. It looks like a waste of money how quick those things burn out. That's not a good sign. Put one stack somewhere in the middle. Boy, it's like someone turned the heat on in Seattle all of a sudden. Holy cow. It probably is increased like 10 degrees since I started filming. Took a lunch break. Took a couple breaks though. Started filming maybe an hour and a half ago. Check this out, guys. This, I know I say this a lot, and I should be, because every knife I sharpen, I should get better than the last. This is the sharpest Shun I've ever done, hands down. This thing is absolutely nasty. I found a little microchip up here. Went back to the 5,000, did a couple passes, and back on those diamond belts. Dude. That's push sharp right there. I've had many of X50 steel stainless, you know, the mainstream. I've been able to get those using my 4-step protocol over here. But on the super steel side of things, this is the first time I've gotten it to this level. So that's actually quite exciting. It's time to put together a protocol for the Shuns now. And yeah, wow. That's great news. Business is getting better every day. I friggin' love it. So yeah, I'll get this protocol out. Try to do it maybe the next video or two. I'll just really dial this process in. No jet, no ranting. Just boom, 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 boom. that way, if there's anyone that's, I know quite a few of you are planning to set this type of rig up, and then how great would it be if I'm like, for Shuns and other super stills, this belt, this belt, this belt, 1, 2, 3, 4, and boom, you're gonna get these results. So appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget to say hello in the comments, the like button. Who cares? I know it's a lot of work to click it, so don't worry about it. Just easy. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.